All right, all right. Hopefully we are live. Hello, everybody. It's Az here with Lucky Duck Games. Please let us know if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, if you can hear us coming through loud and clear. We've got a slightly different live stream setup again for this week's Let's Play. And joining me again, because let's not lie, she's probably the only reason that I managed to beat Scenario 2 last week, is Bree. Hey, Bree.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I mean, this is all for bravado stuff. We've been chatting for half an hour. To be honest, we nearly forgot we were going to do a live. We were just chittering about world and industry and technology and how much fun it all is. So
that's true.
It's so true. So, to be honest, we're going to jump into things, but I'm going to give a look. I see a bunch of people jumping in now. This is awesome. So please give us a hey. Hey, Bobby. Bobby's joining us again. Yes, Bobby is here to make sure I don't forget key rules. It makes me really happy.
Bobby kept us honest last time, but he also gave us at least one really key strategy tip. So yeah. I'm really, really happy to see him here again.
Hello, Mike from Krakow as well. Lovely to see you. Yeah, like there's nothing, I can tell everyone watching, there's nothing worse than recording a video, doing a whole playthrough, and then you watch it back afterwards, or you put it on YouTube and someone comments, oh yeah, by the way, in round 2, did you realize this thing you did wrong? And you're like, oh no.
Yeah, I'd way rather get the game right.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. So doing it live and having everybody calling us out is amazing. Hello again, Captain Marino. It's lovely to have you here. This is awesome. Check out our new setup, right? I'm going to very, very swiftly, here we go. Going to go for the big moment here. Whatcha? And then I'm going to go, whatcha? And then I'm going to, look, there we go. I'm excited for this scenario, says Bobby. Hello. Oh my goodness, I'm going to murder this pronunciation. It's Baldassar, I'm going to say. Hello, everyone. Hello, Moses. My goodness. Yeah, pronunciation of names, not my strong point. Feel free to correct me as much as you like. So yeah, this is going to be scenario 3. For anyone that didn't watch last week's stream, we successfully added our next star. Let me get that in there. There we go. To scenario 2. So we've got 3 stars scenario 1, 3 stars scenario 2, and now we're heading to the time warped angel. This one, I have heard, is tough, and it's tough for a few reasons, and I'm going to go through them. Hubert says, hey Hubert, go for it. I've played it this weekend and we won. Fingers crossed for you. Thank you, Hubert. I really appreciate the support. So what's special about the time warped angel scenario? Do you know what I'm going to do, actually? Because way better than me just rambling is I'm going to read the little bit of story, because it's really cool for this one especially. So a hero from the past has appeared in the kingdom. She is surrounded by unstable time energy that's causing injuries to other heroes and destroying towers. If we can help her reach the portal that brought her into this time, she'll be able to release the time energy and join our forces in defense of the kingdom. So we're actually going to be, escorting, I think, or kind of leading Lilith, and you can see Lilith's reference card here, and she's going to be making her way towards spawn point 3, and it's our job as heroes not just to protect the kingdom and the 4 hearts that we have for playing on 3 stars, but we also have to clear the path in front of Lilith so there's never a horde in her way as she tries to advance, because if Lilith tries to advance and she hits a horde, we're going to lose instantly, because Lilith is going to get taken out of time and we'll lose the opportunity to recruit her as a hero. So this specific scenario does have a potential instant loss mechanic, which is terrifying. However, it doesn't have portals. There's no portals in this scenario whatsoever, which makes me super, super happy. However, it does have a special deck of Lilith action cards. And these cards have 5 individual Lilith cards that have randomized actions, and then a final one. And these actions are going to, as Lilith is walking down the path, cause her to deal damage to adjacent heroes and to destroy adjacent towers. So Lilith is going to be like a walking time, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey nightmare that we're trying to clear the path in front of, while also trying to kind of keep our distance, if that makes sense. So I'm going to shuffle these. So there's 5 Lilith action cards that get shuffled, and then her final action card stays separate because it's always going to be last. So yeah, this deck is horrible, and I put the final action card underneath, and we have basically a set number of 6 rounds. for this scenario 3. Bobby James says, Lilith, the awesome painted mini by Bree. Right? She absolutely nailed it. It's genuine. I've told you this many times already, but it's generally my favorite mini that you painted.
Thank you.
Hold on. Let me make you big. Hold on.
Okay, yes.
There we go. Yes. It's the wings that I love so much. Yes, look at that. Yep. I adore it. So there's go ahead.
Struggling with camera angle.
Oh, sorry. The camera's like, I don't want to focus. I don't want to.
No, it's less about, for me, it's less about the focus and more about like, which way do I turn it? There. That way ish.
I know. I'm gonna have to get the UK studio miniatures painted here. I feel they're feeling really quite grey. I must admit, I'm a little bit sad. I have no paints, unfortunately. Personally, I have no paint collection anymore. So put it on my to-do list. Another change from last scenario: Bree is playing as Illyria again. So our Wildcat, Illyria Swiftwind, our Arctress Wildcat user, ranged physical damage dealer. I have swapped though. I'm not playing as Ignis. I am going to be playing as Malik. So Bree and I, Bobby just pointed out, Bree and I actually had a strategic conversation. And our thought is that Ignis was great for spreading out like AoE damage and for healing himself. Malik is actually really good at potentially protecting heroes because he has an ability called Earthquake that says heroes in Malik's space get protection. And that could include Malik, it could include Illyria, and it could also include the Wildcat, who's counted as a hero. So I'm thinking that between Earthquake and his other ability, Hammer Time, which could let me replenish Earthquake, that we're going to have some protection to help us through Lilith's kind of time energy. So that's the thought process. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we'll see. I'm going to flip over Lilith's reference card, just so you guys see that we are now in this scenario playing with a specific new turn structure. So there are 7 phases now. The 4th one is new, and that's activating Lilith. So I'm going to keep that there as a reminder. Other than that, I think we're good to go. Bree, are you good to go?
I'm good to go.
So just to check, I haven't taken my towers yet. So I've got an archer, a bombard, and a militia. Mm-hmm. And what have you got?
An archer, a militia, and a mage.
An archer, a militia, and a mage. So what I'm doing for you at home is I've got the towers of Bree, who's in Las Vegas, so we're not in the same place. I've got her towers here with her green building sites, and my towers over here with my purple building sites. And as the game goes on, I'll put her towers up close so you can see. Bobby wants to know, do you have a Malik painted mini to hand, Bree? You do. Go on, get it in there. Oh. Oh, come on, focus camera. You can do it.
Got it for just a second. I can't get it to focus.
I love it. I absolutely love the hammer of Malik so much. Bobby's in love.
Sorry about the focus, guys.
No. Dying technology.
I'll take better pictures and post them.
Yes, definitely do.
Thank you, Bobby.
For anyone that is interested in painting your Kingdom Rush minis, by the way, if you head to BoardGameGeek.com, if you're not familiar with Board Game Geek, and head to Kingdom Rush Rift in Time, in the files, you will find a bunch of guided PDFs done by one of our amazing community members, Minx, who's done guides for pretty much, I think, all the heroes at this stage, plus even some of the bosses, I think, as well, as PDFs, step-by-step tutorials on how to paint, and they are wonderful. Right, let me take a quick drink. And let's get started.
All right.
So, round 1. Immediately, we have to eliminate this horde. This horde has to be killed because destroyed because Lilith needs to move there. We also know that Lilith is going to draw an action card, which is going to potentially damage heroes or destroy towers or both in the areas around her. So these 6 tiles are the kind of danger zone because that's where she is. My movement speed is only 2, by the way. So literally I can't get past her. So I'm almost certainly going to end up probably engaging this horde as Malik.
And then maybe use one of your abilities on this turn.
Yeah, because it's either engage this horde or head to this corner, and that feels awful.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like that is an almost certainty that I will cover 4 of those guys, and I'll put Earthquake down on 3 of them. So we'll be left with 2 to cover, but they will be separate.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely. And so Pokey had a question about Elemental Uprising. Oh, big question. Wow. From what I can see, the Tower Mod stickers for Young Ashbite and Beresid from the Dark Elf Slayer expansion look pretty big and might take the whole tower card. You're actually right, Pokey. What an amazing question. So for anyone that doesn't know, this is Kingdom Rush Rift in Time, which released at the end of last year. We have done a crowdfunding campaign on GameFound.com for a sequel game, another standalone game called Kingdom Rush Elemental Uprising. And in that one, there are tower modification stickers that you can stick on towers to change how they attack, to change their damage type, to change their range, and do different effects. And there are a couple specifically in one of the expansions, the Dark Elf Slayer, that actually have quite large tower mod stickers. And the intention, exactly as you said, Pokey, is actually that they will completely change how those towers are going to work. Not just adding or removing, but actually completely change their abilities for that game, that scenario. So hopefully that answers your question. If it doesn't, feel free to pop another comment in. So yeah, sorry, Bree. So I think my kind of question is, do we have an easy way to do the 2 individual bits of damage on that first horde?
So easily, I mean, I can cover at least one of them with the Wildcat.
Mm-hmm.
But I really only have 1 tower that can safely hit that horde.
Yeah.
Which is the one up north
this
of it.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a militia, so I can potentially put 2 towers on that horde. Or on that tower, on that building site.
I mean, I could put an archer tower here and fire this way. And it would be kind of like 1 wasted damage, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. Like, it would be okay. Or I could do a bombard, which would kind of be the same thing. As a quick note, I didn't mention, you guys can't see this because it's up the top of the screen, unfortunately, but for the first time in Scenario 3, we unlock the level 4 towers. And this is absolutely going to be a priority, I feel, for us to get access to at least some of these level 4 towers that have mammoth attacks on them.
Yep.
So we only have access to the first 4. There's actually more level 4 towers. We only have access to these ones initially in this scenario. So I'm very aware, Bree, that I think I want to try and upgrade towers quickly if we can.
Agreed. Yeah, I would love to pass you my archer tower and have you maybe pass me your bombard if we can, but that leaves us with a lot fewer options for this turn.
Yeah.
But still, I could take out those 2 with my Wildcat and my militia. Those 2 spots.
Yeah.
How would
you feel about maybe going here and using your auto attack on this and this?
Oh. Yeah, I could do that.
Would that be enough? Yeah, that would be. So it'd be Wildcat and auto attack, and then your other 2x1 auto attack there.
Yeah.
And then we'll even look at upgrading your militia if possible.
Sure.
Or potentially,
I like that.
Or potentially we use your militia on this one to slow
and then
it down.
you won't need that building site.
Yeah, because I really don't want to build there. Or I wouldn't need that one. No.
Okay. Yeah, I tend to avoid moving onto building spaces, but yeah, that one doesn't really need much.
So let's say I'm going to activate Malik and send Malik in, because I think this is definitely happening. So I'll go 1 space, 2 spaces to here.
Yep.
I will drop Earthquake, which is an L-shaped piece, and every hero in my space will have protection until the end of the round.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's Malik activated. Yeah, right now, unfortunately, this is the only building site so I can't reach anywhere from these building sites. These 2 I could use, but I'm reluctant to, just in case Lilith does a bunch of destruction. And yes, I could use this one for an archer, but I kind of feel like that's a great site for you to be able to attack both of them if you feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, because I can move the wildcat onto the space that Malik is on to cover one.
Yep.
And then move me to that building site.
Yes. Okay. Do you want to do that now?
Yep.
So you're going to go 1, 2, 3 and face this direction.
Right.
Wildcat has got a movement of 2, so 1, 2. And then, I'm going to take these away. Yep.
Yeah, cover the one remaining one with my basic attack does a 2x1.
Yep.
And a 1x1.
So 1x1 here.
Yep.
And then where do we want the 2x1?
Probably covering 2 of those magic resistant in the upper right.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, I'll chuck the reference card here I have as well in for a little bit of information. We've got magic resistant blue and physical armor wearing, so physical resistant yellow monsters here. And the basic attack of Illyria is physical, so it can't go over any of the physical targets. And this has to be, it can be rotated. So,
yep.
Like
right
that?
There.
Yeah,
I think so. Because then I can also put my mage tower on this tower that's directly north of, on this building site directly north of
here.
Malik? No, the other side.
Oh, here?
Yep. And that will let me hit the physical resistant spot on the left side. And that, because that'll be in the right direction.
So that'll be like this.
Yep. Exactly.
And then, so thinking ahead, so that gets destroyed. Lilith has a space to move. That'll move to here.
Oh.
Which means Horde there, Lilith there. When this one spawns, it'll actually
jump.
Be there.
Blah.
So
the only thing I can do about that would be to put my militia down. Or to move there, but
I don't like the thought of giving you all my towers because I'm going to have so few for next round, but it does mean essentially we'll have to spend a bunch of crystals on me. Because I'm passing you all 3 towers here. I think that's what's happening.
And right now I'm passing you 2 of mine.
But I think let's put the militia on there.
To keep it from moving.
Yes, to keep it from moving.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter really. It could go here. Or it could go, it doesn't really matter. I'll put it there for clarity's sake. And again, this doesn't matter too much because essentially he's going to get killed, unfortunately. The soldiers are basically going to do their job of just holding the Horde in place, which is actually super useful. Bobby James says, you need to basic attack before you summon the Wildcat. Is that correct? Yeah, technically, yes, the Wildcat should have started kind of off the board. So it's either when you basic attack, or when you respawn whenever you attack. So you would have gone boom, boom to there. The Wildcat would spawn here, and then would move 2, actually, is the technical question. Yeah.
Good point.
Okay, so yeah, I feel like passing all the towers now makes sense. I mean, because we have the option of putting an archer here and doing another 2 damage on that one. But I'm really worried about having no towers at all next round.
Yeah. I agree.
So you've got an archer, and I've got an archer, bombard, and militia, and we're just going to upgrade them all. Yep. Yeah? Okay, cool. So your archer becomes a marksman for me. My militia becomes a footman for you. My archer becomes a marksman for you. And my bombard becomes an artillery for you. My hero's done, your hero's done, and we're all out of towers. Okay. So Bobby's like, upgrade. Yes.
Yes.
So we skip spawn new hordes in the very first round of the game. You always do because you start with hordes in the path. We've just played Tower and Hero cards. Now we're going to destroy horde trays. Your Vikings Gone Wild looks much different than mine. Michael is like our #1 Vikings Gone Wild fan. I love Vikings Gone Wild, man. It's such a fun game. It's a game that I really cannot wait to get back to the table when I can get like 4 people playing together.
I've never played it. I need to fix that.
Super simple deck builder in theory, really, really easy to understand, but with lots of like lovely little microaggression, lots of ways to kind of attack and disable your opponent's buildings while gaining victory points for yourself. It's wonderful. It's a great little game.
I love deck builders.
Kind of like Clank competitive, that kind of feel.
It sounds perfect.
What's Bobby saying? That green spot above Horde 1 is a lovely spot for the artillery. Yeah, but this spot right here is like absolutely.
Except that it's right in Lilith's target range for basically the rest
Yeah.
of the game after this turn.
Yeah, so this is a great place to build a tower, but Lilith will be walking around this, so it's kind of like a risk to build there because we might lose the towers. Steve K had a good question, which is actually a great one to raise, which is, don't Aleria's damage tiles have to be on the same horde? And actually, I'll show under the camera. The reason you know that they don't have to be in the same horde is because there's no plus beside them. So these are essentially considered two separate attacks. If you ever see the plus symbol, like you do on this card from the Arcane Wizard, that plus means that they're conjoined. They have to be placed in the same location. Hopefully that clears that up.
And also how it has arrows in several different directions to give you
Yeah.
options that you can.
Exactly. So
did
Alleria went
one that went 2 forward and one that went 1 to the left.
Thank you so much. So destroying hordes. So usually what would happen, well, this does get destroyed. The Wildcat doesn't take damage when it destroys a horde, and I don't take damage because I've got protection, and I actually grant the Wildcat protection as well for what it's worth.
Yeah.
So thank you, Earthquake ability. Thank you, Killer Cat. And we get a crystal for doing so. Put that there. And so we've got 6 crystals, and we need to advance. No, we don't need to advance horde, sorry. We need to activate Lilith.
Bobby, we always feel it in our soul when you lose a tower to Lilith.
Oh man, it's the worst. It's the worst. So Lilith, when she starts, says first draw and resolve a Lilith action card. So I'm going to draw the top card of the Lilith deck, and it's going to do one of the weaker ones. I would have been happier to see one of the stronger cards all the way first.
Same.
This is kind of tough. So this is destroy one tower that is adjacent to Lilith, but we managed to keep all towers away from her. So that is not going to trigger anything. So that's okay. Then she is going to move 1 space. And if there is a horde in front of her when she attempts to move, we instantly lose. Instantly lose. Now, if a horde moves into Lilith, it's okay. It'll jump Lilith. Not okay. It's not okay, but it's less bad. We don't instantly lose if that happens. Okay, so now we have to advance horde trays. So we only have 1 horde. It will attempt to advance, but we placed a soldier on there, so he will get killed, but we'll keep that horde in place. And again, the reason we did that is because we did not want a horde here, because this one would then spawn, and it would go, can't go here, can't go here, can go there, and we did not want that to happen. So happy, very happy we did that. Can't wait to get my Rift in time in July. Oh, thank you, Mike, for the support. And Bobby says, ouch, the 2 hearts would have been amazing. That made me lose first time I played. It's a brutal Lilith action card. Yes, we are certainly afraid of Lilith. This is a thing. For sure. Okay, we've advanced horde rays, so picking up towers. It's all you, my dear. So a militia and a mage. And you know what? Let's start putting your towers in front so people can see what is happening. So this is Bree's hand at any given time. Remember, Bree's in Vegas, so we're just kind of trying to remotely share a table, basically. There you go. You can kind of see what's going on there.
We're still a little afraid of her, though, Bobby.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. Yeah, there's definitely some agreement in the chat that that Lilith is destructive. Yeah, yeah, we have the fear. We managed to dodge the first card. I really hope we can dodge the rest of them. Okay, so we now need to spend crystals. So we've got 6 to spend. So tier 1 towers cost 2 crystals. Tier 2 towers cost 3 crystals. Usually my strategy is buy lots of level 1 and try and upgrade them by passing them.
In this setup, I think we may just buy lots of level 1 and possibly throw level 1 towers at Lilith.
At Lilith. Take these, leave our nice ones. Take
yeah,
these.
Exactly.
Yeah. So are you? So you have 5.
Yeah, I think we should be buying towers for you at this point.
Yeah.
You only have 1, right?
Yeah, I have just the marksman. So I'm going to buy 3 level 1 towers. I'm trying to look at where I'm going to legitimately be able to attack from. These 2 sites are both safe for me. Because they're nowhere near Lilith. These 3 are not safe. So I'm like, So I'm really thinking about versatility. The mage, the bombard, and the militia all can only attack the space directly in front of them. Well, the bombard actually can do one little damage to the side. So I'm generally thinking taking definitely one archer.
Yeah.
And maybe a mage. What have you got? You've got 2 militia. I'm going to take a bombard actually as well, because I really love the idea of upgrading those.
Yeah, same. I like the level 4 bombard and the level 4 archer a lot.
I've never played with Big Bertha, and I want it. I've wanted it in my life.
And I do. I feel like on this map with the splitting,
Yeah.
I feel like it would be really powerful.
So I've taken a marksman. So I've taken an archer, taken a bombard, and I'm going to take just a militia so I can stack on the site. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it. So that's my 3 level 1 towers.
Okay.
Okay. So we're all done spinning crystals. So we're going into the start of round 2. So first phase of a round is to spawn new hordes. So spawn point 1 will spawn a level 3 green. Ew, that's nasty. Ooh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Then from level 2, or the spawn point 2, sorry, we have a level 1 green, a wave 1 green. And then from spawn point 3, we have a wave 2 strength. Oh my goodness, red. So this has got 2 big enemies, 2 fast enemies, and 3 healer enemies. That is nasty. Yeah, that's hideous, actually.
Well,
it's far away though, which is good.
Yeah. I mean,
so yeah.
Yeah, top priority obviously has to be the horde, right? Always has to be the horde right in front of Lilith.
Which I generally think again is probably where I'm going to dedicate Malik to, I think.
Okay.
I'm thinking what I'm thinking of doing with Malik is using Hammer Time to refresh an ability and then take another action and I'll Earthquake again.
Okay.
So between him and Earthquake, again, it would only leave 2 spots open, but I'm just trying to look at this horde and see if there's any way I can make that perfect for the Wildcat. But I don't think the answer is yes.
Yeah, you can.
Can I?
I think. Yeah. I think if you put him on the 3 magic resistant.
Yeah.
And then cover the 3 that are closest to you.
Yes. Yep. And then Wildcat there. Oh my god, I literally could not see that. Like my brain was like beautiful minding this, and I just could not get there. Like I really could not get there. I love that Bobby has just quoted "for the greater good," which for me as an ex-Tau player in 40k is perfect.
Love it.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm good with that plan if you are.
I love it.
So I'll activate Malik. I'm being very bad about picking up my hero card. I'll move Malik to that space. I will use its Hammer Time. So any one hero recovers an ability and then take another action. So I'm going to recover Earthquake, and then I'm going to use Earthquake. So again, double Earthquake, and it's going to go here like that. Yep. And that's Earthquake gone. So both of my abilities are now spent, but I'm still full health, and I have protection again. And so will the Wildcat if it's on this space.
Which it will be.
Okay. And I probably would...
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, I was going to say I'd probably want this building site, but actually I probably don't. I probably again want to stick to just these 2. Are we going to try and take this one out, knowing that this is the only site that's completely free from Lilith right now? Like, do you have enough between?
That's gonna jump. Yeah, I think we have to kill that one on this turn.
Because it would move and then cause that same kind of jumping. Yeah. I mean, it's down to you, really. I mean, between your hero and this building site.
Yeah. Do you need the building site at the top of that column? That one right there. Yeah.
I mean, right now, my gut feeling is that I cover a healer, monster, speed guy here, but I would need your support to cover the other 2 healers, because there's no point starting to cover healers unless we cover them all.
Mm-hmm.
So that only works if you're also in there. And that would be my archer here, and then my other archer was going to go here just to cover the speed on this guy.
Okay.
And that's
Because what
so-
I was looking at is moving there so that I could use and I could hit the speed on that guy with my basic attack.
yeah.
I don't know if I'll have enough.
Oh, the speed on this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, could you do that from here?
Mm,
1, 2, and 1.
yes, but then I only hit one on. Well,
Yeah. So put your 1 by 1 there.
Yep.
Although
Yeah, that's the same, you're right.
you don't need it, but you don't need to hit this guy. Yeah, because essentially, if I just do this,
Yep.
like
then I don't need to
then
hit that
you
guy
can
at all.
focus on
Yep.
this.
Yep.
So I'll
I
just
do
cover.
kind of want to move just to avoid taking damage,
Oh goodness, yes, yeah,
But-
for sure.
but I can either move to. I mean, I could just move to the space that Malik's on, but I can also just move to the empty space.
Yeah, I think my biggest concern right now is actually the guy that can't take physical damage. He has to be attacked by your mage, right? Because that's your mage is the only magic damage we have right now. Oh, I should have taken a mage. Like that has to be there, right? Or it's your hero, or it's your wildcat, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, we can hit it with the mage.
We've just entered the puzzly part of the game, if you guys haven't noticed.
I think we can do it.
I mean, what I was going to suggest is if you bring Illyria to here and look down the way, your wildcat could cover the physical guy.
I think my wildcat's already used on.
No. Yeah, no. But then your basic attack could just be used for that.
That's true. Yep, that works.
Yeah.
And then, well, so then I'm passing the mage tower. Is that the idea?
If you can, I mean, between the wildcat, your marksman and footman, you'd have that one covered. In fact, you wouldn't even need one of those, actually, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to? I think unless you're thinking about using one of your abilities, which I don't think are needed. I don't think they're needed at this point. Yeah, I would go wildcat on the horde that's closest to the middle here, and if you're there and you basic attack, you could basically put a 1 and a 2, and then you just got 4 squares left to cover with your towers. 2 towers here, right? No?
Yep.
Yeah?
And I can do it. Well, but I can't do it with the mage because those have magic resistance.
Oh, there's a bunch of.
I can do it with the mark. Yeah, I can do it with the militia.
Well, you're having a think. I'm going to get some support from the chat because this strategy is being thrown about. They're actually they're discussing Lilith gameplay strategies. I love it. And there's Shane. Hello, Shane.
Hey, Shane.
Okay, shall we basic attack and wildcat with you?
Yep.
Okay, so facing down the way, wildcat here.
Yep.
Basic attack is a 2 and a 1.
So yeah, the 2 where Malik is.
Yeah.
The 1 on the magic resistant, the bottom one. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah. And then I can use like on the left, the one that the building site closest to you.
Yep.
My marksman and my militia cover the other 4.
I adore this. I absolutely adore this. That's really neat. Yeah.
And that way nothing is next to Lilith.
Nothing is next. Well, except for Malik, who's like, I got this.
Yeah.
He's just dropping earthquakes like they're going out of fashion. And you've still got 3 towers, and I've still got 3 towers.
He's like, bounce off my 6-pack, Lilith.
Yeah, I call my 6-pack earthquake. They're like tectonic plates. When they shift together, the world shakes. Lilith's just like there, phasing in and out of time. Like, what's happening? Stop moving your abs. Oh, I've just got it. Like ripples in time. It's because he's so ripped. This is all Malik's fault, man.
I love it.
Sorry, everyone in chat. Don't even try and keep up with our Shane just lost it at tectonic plates. Anyway. Um, so, serious question, serious time. Okay, do we want to do anything about this horde up here, the one by spawn
Yes.
point 3?
You had a
Because
plan.
yeah, well, it's either do nothing about it or it's cover the speedy and healers,
Yeah.
of which I can easily do 3. But I don't think you can do.
I still have a footman, so I can hit it with 2 towers from the one
I mean,
building site.
do we just leave it alone and just upgrade everything again?
Maybe.
Because the other option would be taking this one down here out, right? Between your oh no, we don't have enough. Dang, because only one, potentially 2 towers could reach it. Do you know what? Seriously, like, where's this one? This one's going to move to there. That one's going to move twice to there. Oh, I mean, dang.
Yes, Captain Marino. It has an ability. It's
So no, so it's
well,
not.
actually, no, it's not immune from
no.
Lilith.
No,
It's not, yeah.
Wildcat is the Wildcat is basically immune. The Wildcat does not get destroyed whenever the horde it's on is destroyed, basically. But if it gets attacked by Lilith damage, then yes, it could be taken out. But it can be brought back pretty much straight away by the basic attack of Ilaria. So it's not the end of the world. Because yes, the Wildcat could get eliminated here, which would be bad, sad times.
But yeah, my basic attack is includes the ability to respawn the Wildcat in my space.
And then it can move up to 2 spaces. So it's not the end of the world.
Yes.
Okay, so I was playing this out of my head, and what I realized when I kind of played it all through is that Lilith will have moved. This horde here at spawn point 1 is going to end up there. There's nothing we can do about it. It's going to jump her and be there. And if we leave things as they are now, this horde will be where you are, and that horde will be in the middle here, with Lilith like directly in front of it. I don't like the idea of this horde up in the top right being right in front of Lilith with that much stuff on it.
Wait, how does it get there?
Because
Won't it be in that next space?
No, because this one will go be here.
Mm-hmm.
That one will go 1, 2. There'll be a horde and it'll jump.
Okay. Yep.
So I generally think, even though it really sucks because we're going to be sacrificing footmen again, I generally think we should slow this one down.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain Marino. It's not the same as protection, but there are 2 different things happening.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a hit from the horde dying.
Yeah.
If Lilith were not there, that would be the only thing that was happening. But then there's also the potential damage from Lilith.
So my suggestion is that I marksman here. I cover the corner, and in between your mage and your footman, you would take out the other healers.
Okay.
It's going to involve a bit of wasted mage damage, unfortunately, but it would either be wasted mage damage or wasted.
Yeah. I think it makes sense though.
Like that.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Yeah.
No, you seem unsure.
I don't see any other option.
Oh, actually, so I tell a lie. There is a small extra option here, if I think about this properly, is actually to do this.
Oh, yeah.
And then just put the soldiers on those 2.
Mm-hmm.
Although
I don't think that's our.
It means we
the
lose.
Other one feels like a better.
This feels better, but we lose a square of damage. This one gives us an extra square of damage, but gives us an awkward little guy in the corner to deal with.
And you could use the militia instead of my.
I can't use the militia there unless I put it here, which puts it in range of Lilith, which I'm worried about.
True.
I'm thinking about giving you my militia, my bombard, and you passing me your artillery.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sure.
Okay. So it's kind of weird and awkward, and it doesn't feel good, but I generally feel like this is going to pay off next round. So that is going to, well, I mean, the other option is with two, this is a very weird thing, right? We could cover it like this. That way, it'll try to move twice. The first time it'll get stuck there, and the second time it'll go there.
Mm-hmm.
That way, we have two hordes side by side. Or we cover the speed guy as well, which means it will stay in place. And this one will jump over. So we're going to end up with 3 in a row no matter what happens. So yes, I love the artillery plan. This is a red 3. That's a yellow 2. I kind of feel better about that one jumping over and being further forward.
Yeah.
Meta game. Yeah. And this is it. Because the basic rules of Kingdom Rush Rift and Time are super easy to learn, but those little micro decisions really change so much of the puzzle. Are you okay with what went down there?
Yeah.
And I'm not playing anything else, so I'm literally going to pass you a militia that becomes a footman and a bombard that becomes an artillery.
Yep.
And then, assuming you don't want to put the artillery anywhere, or do you want to put it somewhere?
No, I think it makes more sense to pass it. We want to try to get those upgraded.
So that's a howitzer for me. Oh, we're 1 away from the Big Bertha. 1 away from Big Bertha. Hashtag. Oh, as the mastermind needs his own hero in the game, NGL. Oh, you're very sweet, Bobby. Okay, so I think we're all done then.
Yeah.
So we're on to destroy horde trace. So again, this one will get destroyed at the front. Malik will not take any damage because I have protection thanks to Earthquake, but all of my abilities are now spent. So resting is in the potential future. We get a crystal.
And I'm spent.
All that rippling
Needs a break.
needs a break. Hashtag Earthquake. So we get this one. And another crystal. I must admit, I wasn't really thinking about crystals, but at least we're going to get 2, which is nice. So that's all the destruction done. Then we're going to activate Lilith. So here we go. I'm going to draw the top card of Lilith's deck. And Lilith is going to... Yes, that's a good one to get out of the way right now. So double tower destruction. So again, just to read it. For each one of those symbols, we would choose a tower adjacent to Lilith and return it to the supply. There are no towers adjacent to Lilith. Amazing. She's just like a big portal of doom. And we just got our stay away. She will then move 1 space. There's no horde in her way, so she'll join Malik. And that's that done. Now advancing horde trace. So this one will advance first. Where do you want to get bumped to?
Probably where the wildcat is.
Just there?
Yep.
Cool. Then this one will attempt to advance, but we put soldiers on it, so it'll stay where it is. And again, this is a really cool rule. It's important to note that there's no speed ability visible, so it doesn't have speed. Even though when it attempts to move, we reveal a speed icon, it doesn't matter because it didn't have it when we began the activation. So it's going to stay there. Then we're going to pick up tower cards. So militia and marksman, back to you. Plus a footman and a mage. Oops. So right now I have you down with 2 footmen, a militia, an artillery, a marksman, and a mage.
Yep.
Yeah. And I just have a howitzer, but I'm also picking up an archer and a marksman. Oh, howitzer, amazing. And we've got 2 crystals to spend, which I am totally okay with just buying another level 1 tower.
Yeah.
I do not know what to buy at all, though. So in supply right now, we've got 3 soldiers, which are all with you. We've got 3 archers, 2 with me, 1 with you. We've got 1 mage. Okay, it's got to be a mage, I think, actually, in hindsight. Yeah.
Yep.
And
I don't want to get stuck in that spot with physical damage or
the armored guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Physical
I think where we can't hit them with anything else.
And I mean, see, oddly, even though you have 6 towers and I have 3, I have no soldier towers. So we're kind of in a similar position in terms of how much spread we have, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 of these building sites for me are going to be pretty nice this turn. So I feel like if you're okay me taking it,
Yeah.
I just keep buying them and then passing them to you. We'll just
I
keep
have
doing
6
that.
towers right now.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
All right, so we're down to 0 crystals. End of round 2. Okay. So start of the next round, spawn new hordes. So spawn point 1 is a 2 yellow. Oh, with a lot of healing on it. I hate healing
Yeah.
so much. From spawn point 2, we have a 3 yellow, which has all sorts of physical and magical resistance.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's getting mage tarred real soon. Got a mage tar with your name on it. And then finally, spawn point 3, a 2 yellow. Oh my gosh, it's a bunch
So
more
many
healers.
healers.
So just you check, make sure you're all, again, as a reminder, anyone that's joined us, Bree's in Vegas and I'm here in the UK. So just make sure your board matches up with mine.
Yep. It sure does.
Cool. All right. I mean, for me, I'm just like, who am I bombarding? Like, who am I harvesting? That's all I care about right now. And right now, this is the best. So this is the best position we've ever been in with towers. There's now only 3 building sites that Lilith is really threatening. But she has played 2 cards? She's played a single building site and a double building site destruction.
Right.
Which means she has a bunch of hero damage in her back pocket right now. Yeah, which is scary actually. Yeah, I think I'm almost certainly going to be running like kind of up towards spawn point 3, if not. Yeah, no, probably up to spawn point 3 here.
And then resting, maybe?
Unless,
or are you gonna wait a turn, take some damage, and then rest?
Unless you want to do something with like the wind.
Oh,
I think that's probably going to be what I do.
I can do that. So then when you rest on the next round, you'll heal from it as well? Because you're going to need to rest to get your earthquake.
Yeah, and I do want to keep those earthquakes cycling. Mm-hmm. That's really the entire reason that we swapped out Ignis for Malik here, was to use those earthquakes to protect us from Lilith. Yeah, right. Okay, so what's our okay, well hold on. What's our priority? So this one is certainly dangerous, although we do have 2 turns to take it out.
Yep.
So I feel like we probably need to at least cover the healers this round.
Yeah, we have to deal with at least probably 2 of the 4 hordes at the top, because that's all going to bunch up in that.
Yeah. This one here is easy peasy. Like, this is nothing. In fact, I could probably walk. Yeah, I mean, I could walk there and rest, or just walk. Oh, goodness me. Thinky face. Okay, I tell you what. I tell you one thing I really want to do here, without fail, is I would really like to harvest here.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
So there's a couple of reasons. The main reason actually is kind of a weird one. It's actually that I want to do the 2x1 there. So that's just dealt with, and I know that's, we don't have to worry about that anymore. The 3x1 is, I mean, basically here or here, because it can't be rotated. So I feel like there is pretty good. And then the other 2x1, I mean, thinking about towers to come. Actually, if you did do like the wind, that, something like that, and then me doing like a marksman here, and then that way you've got just a 2x1.
The 3x1 in that spot, I just wonder if that makes that one in the corner harder to hit. Yeah.
Yeah, you think
that
that's
might
better?
Be a better spot. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as we cover all the healers, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because again, that has to happen.
Yeah.
Healers.
And then you were looking at putting your marksman.
Well, yeah, potentially here. Because I was thinking I could go 1, 2 and basic attack. And then potentially if you like the wind, it would finish this, and I could then maybe move to here and basic attack again.
Yeah. I could even move to stand on the, like, because I can move and still do like the wind and let you move.
Yeah.
And
Are you,
so I
are you
could
thinking
stand
about
on some
jumping
of
on?
the,
Okay, cool.
well, I could stand on, I mean, I could potentially stand on some of the, and on any of them. I was
Yeah.
looking at the tray with the 3 physical resistance guys, but it could be anywhere really.
So I guess we need to make a decision right now. Do we go after these guys now? Or
just ignore it for now.
Because to me, I think this, when I'm looking at this, your mage tower here onto those 3 seems really good. But I also realize both our mage towers are level 1 at the minute, and I would love to get them upgraded.
Yep.
Haven't looked at chat at all. So thank you. Apologies, chat. Sorry for not listening to you. We are totally engaged. I recently decided to play. Oh, where's my mouse? There we go. I recently decided to play First Kingdom Rush, and my god, those healers are so hard on first levels. Why can't you upgrade to level 3 yet? Yeah, they're nasty. When planning this out, says Bobby, was there a reason why both chose physical damagers? No, actually, didn't think about that one. We both, Malik and Alira are both physical damagers, and I don't think we really realized that.
It was more a combination of Alaria's range and Malik's protection.
Yeah, that was the reason.
Yeah, I definitely like being able to double basic attack with Malik using like the wind. I think that's the right move. Just a question of where I'm moving Alaria before I trigger that.
I think you down here, so you like the wind, then move down here, and we work together with these 2 building sites to finish this.
Okay.
So that way, our goal for me here would be that we destroy this, and this, and then we either upgrade or chip away at this, although I've just forgot about this one.
I can put the Wildcat onto one of those healers, although it will take a damage from if the horde doesn't die, but that's not a huge problem.
Well, I think if I can hold on to some of my towers, if we can see how much you can do, I will have 2 sites here that could essentially go on that, and you may have a tower left. So let's see what we can do here, and then make a decision about whether we just hold that in place with like your militia or something. Because I just realized that wouldn't be amazing, but yeah. Oh goodness.
Okay.
I wonder. I think I'm focusing maybe a little bit too much on the path in front of Lilith, and I'm trying to work out how concerned about these guys I should be.
We definitely need to at least keep it from moving, but
it's keep it from moving or cover the 4 healers, right? It's one of those 2. Okay, right. So you want to start with your auto, or your like the wind even?
Yep.
Okay. So sorry, folks. Like the wind, for anyone that hasn't seen this before, is one of Aliria's abilities that says directly in front, place a 2/1 damage, and then choose a hero, and that hero moves 1 space and performs a basic attack. And I've just realized, literally as I'm reading this, I have to go before you do that.
Right.
Because I'm not in a position to take advantage of that right now.
Yep.
Unless
you need to move, and then
so
I will do that, and then I also will get a move at some point.
Yes. So I will activate Malik and go 1, 2. I'm going to do my basic attack, which is a 2/2, but for each blank square covered, I get to put 1 1/1 on an adjacent horde, and I'm going to put it on that little annoying guy down there in the corner. And then if you use like the wind, I'll then get out of your way, basically. Like, so my plan is to like move across over here and basic attack again. And most of that horde is going to be dealt with.
Nice.
Which actually means I might have been overthinking it. You might be able to go over and deal with this one, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. This game is so good. Hey, Andrew.
Okay. So then, I will like the wind.
So then I was like, yeah, like the wind. Yeah. Queen. Okay. And you're going to let me move and perform a basic, which again will be a 2/2. and I'll get to do one by one for the one I didn't. I actually, what do you think about me putting it here and then you moving in there?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I can do that.
Yeah?
Hmm.
And I mean, right now, I mean, there is a literal wildcat shaped spot in there.
Yes, there indeed there is. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Yeah, I mean, like literally, I mean, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Right? And then, I mean, because I'm so OCD, I mean, do you just fancy putting your militia down there?
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do it. Let's
Oh my
do it.
god, this is so good. And I kind of feel amazing, but I also kind of like, what about these guys down here?
Yep.
But I'm gonna carry on my tirade, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a marksman in here. Cover
I already had
those.
that one in my hand
Did-
because I basically already had that one done in my head.
So those 3 hordes, although we're both going to be taking a damage,
Yep.
but those 3 hordes are all getting taken down, and you've got 5 towers left, and I have 2.
Yep.
Okay, so
And
first
2
things
of mine are footmen.
but neither of those footmen can actually get this guy, right? The one near the kingdom, because you don't have a way to do it.
Not from the safe spot. No.
I can cover 2 of those healers. I actually don't know if we can cover all 3 of those healers from a safe spot. Is the follow up there?
Yeah, the only thing I can hit it with that makes sense from that safe building site is my marksman.
Oh,
I mean, I have the artillery.
Yeah.
But I think I guess either one of them, because I can't hit. No.
Because I can go in these 2 and cover 2. You can go there and do your marksman cover 1, but then we're still left with 1 open, right?
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, the real good thing is that if we do let it advance forward, Lilith is now going to be away from there, and we will have 3 building sites to safely attack it. But I'm really nervous about letting it go that far forward.
Do we just do we roll the dice knowing that there's only a limited chance of her destroying a building now that she's destroyed buildings twice?
Yeah, so
And just put
I think
my
there's like
footman down?
I think there's like a 1 in 3 chance that she destroys it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This kind of reminds me. Yeah, it's tough, Adam. Yeah, because Bree and I are. I'm in the UK and Bree's in Vegas. We're both working with different games, so we kind of have to suggest things and put them out and kind of like go back and forth. Right? It's definitely a co-op game. Like you're working together, but you have to have people pitch ideas. You know, like because otherwise, if no one pitches a suggestion, then you're kind of not gonna move forward really. So I'm just trying to. So the 2 options, as you say, are either leave it or you put a tower here and we run the risk of Lilith destroying it.
Yep.
And
if I'm going to do that, I may as well put 2 towers there because she'll only destroy one of them, right?
Oh yeah, okay. Although I'm not really a fan of putting footmen on it unless we're going to destroy it in this case. I don't think right. I'm happy to commit to that.
Okay.
What that would mean is, from my side, it means I would be maging here. I would be archering here. So I'd basically cover those and those probably. And then you would be...
I could potentially mage. I could either mage or artillery from the one above it.
Yeah.
From the spot above it, and then footmen on top of that.
It really pains me the thought of losing a mage, but I really love the idea of upgrading your artillery and your footmen. So yeah, my gut would be like marksman in a safe position and mage in the risky position.
Okay. I can go for that.
So let me play this out. So I would be putting this here. Now, I'm not passing any towers your way this round, I'm just noticing. So, but we are going to get at least 3 crystals. So we might want to look at buying a level 2 tower for you next round. Marksman in the bottom right, and mage in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the mage can't be rotated. So it's an awkward one, but it's there or there.
Yeah.
I think that one's slightly Knight Neater. Actually, can you destroy this horde this round?
I think if I use my footman, I can.
Oh my word, that's amazing. I didn't even realize that until literally started putting all of these down. Yeah,
But there's only 2 spots left. I think it makes sense to do it.
Yeah, it absolutely makes sense. And we know that her double tower destruction card is gone.
Yep.
So at worst, we lose 1 tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Okay. So footmen on the middle side.
Yep.
Amazing. Boom. I did not think we had the firepower to take that one out. Okay, so I have nothing to pass to you, unfortunately.
Oh, no worries.
I mean, we could chuck the artillery down here, but again, I would really like to push for the higher towers.
Yeah, I mean, we're taking out 4 hordes right now.
Yes.
I think it's okay to let 1 advance, especially because it's going into a spot that we'll be able to hit with that row of 3 across the top with the
100%.
The Big Bertha, or the hit howitzer, I guess, is not getting upgraded.
I know. We need to get it to the Big Bertha. So,
but we are getting another howitzer.
We're getting
I'm going to pass you an artillery,
and the footmen become some knights. Okay, all done.
Yep.
So destroy horde trace. So front one gets destroyed. And the crystal. Then this one gets destroyed. And a crystal. And so you're going to take a damage, but the wildcat is fine as that horde gets destroyed. So you're on 1 health?
Yep.
Okay. Because Illyria is fast but fragile. Oh, I just wrecked all those tokens. Ugh. And then this one, and I will take a damage. I'm on 2 health. I'm feeling okay. This has gone not too bad so far, he says, dooming us all. Okay. And another crystal. Oh, actually, 4 crystals. So there's going to be options. Okay. Now activating Lilith.
Yeah, and I prefer buying level 1 more level 1 towers in this scenario, I think, just to have more towers in case they blow up.
Adam asked a really good question, which I want to talk about actually not from like a game publisher point of view, but from a social point of view. So do you know a way to reduce that being kind of one person leading cooperative games where they kind of push everything forward and the other players don't really feel like they're getting to make decisions because they're kind of being... There's a term that you see come up, sometimes quarterbacking is kind of seeing, or that kind of steamrolling feeling. And Adam asked, do you know of a way to reduce that from happening while in-game in person? And I think generally speaking, it's not a game or rule set or kind of tabletop issue. It's a social one, right? And I think it's one that if you think about any group activities you do at work, or you might have done at school or university, or anything socially that you've done where you're volunteering or getting part in activities and you're put into a group of people, you have to find a way to communicate and work together. And when you're on video and live stream as we are now, personally, I want to let you guys know as much as possible what I'm thinking, so that, because a lot of it takes place in your head, right? A lot of the enjoyment, a lot of the activity, especially when you're doing a puzzly game. Like there was a horde a round ago where I was like trying to figure out where this go, and Bree was like, yeah, just turn it that way. And I was like, I just couldn't see it. I couldn't visualize it, even though I was trying really hard to visualize how the 3 things would come together. So I think what I try and do to reduce that is to just be open about your conversation. Create an open thought process around the table. And it may still result that one person ends up having the quote unquote best ideas or the most successful ideas regularly, but at least it's not all happening in your head. and people will gain an understanding of how you got there. And in a group activity, that really helps kind of raise everyone to a similar level more quickly. And I think generally when I'm playing cooperative games, even the likes of like Gloomhaven or Pandemic, it doesn't matter kind of how cooperative or how solo or how light they are, trying to be open about thought processes I find really helpful. But I consider it a social thing, I don't want to say issue, it's a social parameter that people at the table need to come together and get to. And the most difficult situation I think you can get is if you've got like 2 or 3 or 4 people around the table and you've got one person who knows the thing really well and the other people don't. Because then it's almost the responsibility of that person to take the time to raise people up to where they're thinking. And that happens, I think, in any game. So it's a great question and one I think I could talk about a lot. Bree, you're someone who's done remote Chronicles of Crime. You're doing Pandemic Legacy, like through pandemic times. Like, do you have any suggestions for how to eliminate quarterbacking and work better together?
And I definitely agree with a lot of what you're saying. And some of that is a perception that's added because of the nature of this game, where what the audience is seeing is you moving our joint pieces.
Yeah.
So anything that we decide to do, we have to agree on, and then you move the pieces on the board, right? So even if it's something where I say, hey, we should do this thing, at the end of that discussion, you might say, so is this what you want to do? And then I say yes, and you do it. And then it winds up sounding potentially like you're saying, this is what we're doing. And that's not how it tends to really be at all. But yeah, when like my Pandemic Legacy group has 3 of us, my dad and stepmom and me, we play physically in one place. And then we have a 4th person who plays remotely. And it's been a really interesting learning process because she has to work really hard to remain engaged in the game. She's got other people in her household who are in the house and like walking behind her and talking to her. But she is like very engaged in the game and focused on being involved in the decisions and like frequently the person who solves the problem for us, where we're like, we're 2 turns away from winning. How do we survive? And she's like, no, wait, we can win on my turn. Here's how we do it. And like 6 steps, that we need to go through that none of us could see. And like, we talk through everything, but it's a cooperative process.
It's so weird, right? Because it's almost, listening to you say that, having 1 player out of 4 be remote is kind of like a curse in some ways, but it's also like a blessing because they probably don't get all the information the same way you do being there, and they're not privy to maybe every little kind of discussion, every little kind of thing that happens. So there's almost like a responsibility on both sides for the person who's kind of separate to try and speak up a little bit more, and the people who are together to facilitate that and welcome that and encourage it. And Andy saying listening is key. I think so, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, we're all here to enjoy it, right? And I think Kingdom Rush is an interesting one to stream, especially for me, as I've done a little bit of it solo, and it's because it's light and colorful and bright and simple in premise, but my goodness, does it get thinky at times. When you've got a lot of stuff going on in your head, it can be very hard to communicate that to players around the table or people watching. So yeah, listening and talking and being vocal, I think, is key. Anyway, let me bring the game back in. And no, that's my face. There we go. And we're back. I think, aren't we? Yes, we're back.
Yep.
So where the devil are we? We've just destroyed a bunch of stuff. I haven't done Lilith yet.
Bobby said something interesting about how this game requires discussion and how each player has towers and can process how they use them. But it's because you pass them, you have different towers every turn, but your tower sites, your building sites are what remain the same. So like, I have this building site that's good at hitting this spot on the board, but I'm going to have different towers in my hand that have different, functionality on this turn. So I have to plan around that and maybe even work with my, the person who's going to be passing towers to me to plan what they're passing to me so that I know next turn, a horde is moving into the space that I'm
Yeah.
going to be good at hitting, and I'm going to be getting a tower that will
Mhm.
be good at hitting that spot from that. Yeah.
It's so funny, right? Because when I'm playing with Bree here, I play with my hand, and I also put her hand out in front, primarily for you all to see and have that kind of way to be involved. But also, it really helps me have an understanding of what Bree's potential is. And that's a potential blessing and curse, because if I was really powerfully alpha gaming too much and pushing too hard and kind of steamrolling Bree, having all that perfect information could lead me to kind of go way overboard. So there's certainly a consideration that, and a discussion I think worth having when you're playing these games about whether you play with a hand of cards as you're meant to in Kingdom Rush. You're meant to play with them in hand, or whether you put them on the table and kind of have them in front and visible, because it certainly is a massive dynamic swing in terms of how much energy each player has to put into this solution combination. Because Kingdom Rush is certainly a game where leaving a horde alive that really could have potentially been destroyed in a previous round completely changes the game from round to round. So yeah, it's open, honest, like verbal and listening to each other is the way to do it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And
thank you, Bobby.
I also have Az's hand laid out here and Malik's abilities, and I'm flipping them over. Yes.
I know. I remember to flip your like the wind, because yeah, flipping that over is super helpful. And yes, Adam, thank you for that question. This is another reason why I love doing live stuff. I love having these little conversations, and I generally think that entire discussion piece is really interesting, just as a tabletop gaming, the tabletop gamer. Okay, what the heck am I doing, Bree? I'm activating Lilith, right?
Yes.
And
yes, we're gonna find out if we're losing any towers.
Oh, we are not. We
Nice.
are not losing towers. So we've had the double health, the double tower, and the single tower. So to metagame a little bit, few lovers, that means we've got a tower health and another tower to come. So, okay, the double. Yeah, Bobby's like, great draw. Yes,
Really
that was a great draw. So for anyone that hasn't joined or been keeping track, what Lilith essentially did there is, if there was any hero in her space or adjacent to her, they all would have taken 2 damage there. We fled. Not only did we flee, but I moved and attacked, and then Bree used like the wind, which let me move and attack again, and then Alera moved in behind and moved the Wildcat in behind. We literally ran, but did a bunch of damage as we did, which was literally about as well as I think that could have gone. He says, touch wood, touch wood. I always hate saying bold statements like that, because then it's just like, oh, karma's going to get you. Then she's going to move, and there's no horde in front of her, so Lilith advances. And we're going to advance some horde trays. So this one advances 1. And then we're going to pick up cards. So you get both your footmen and your mage. Let's put these back here again. Yeah, we're gonna have to get our focus on here, because this live stream is going to go long, and we're only halfway. So marksman. Oh, double howitzer, Bree. Oh, hold on. Great conversation for the chat for everybody watching. Even those watching who haven't commented yet. Is it howitzer or howitzer, or a third way that I have not yet said? I keep jumping between the two. My brain can't pick one and stick with it. Right. So Bree, I've got you as having footmen, militia, mage, and marksman. Is that right?
Yes. I hadn't picked up my militia. Yes, that's what I've got.
And I've got me with double double howitzer, mage, knights, archer, and marksman. Really big spread.
Yep.
So 4 crystals probably coming all your way. So yeah. What do you want? I'm really feeling bad that we have not managed to upgrade our mages at all. We have 2 level 1 mages right now.
We just keep using them.
Yeah.
Do we buy more?
I'm not going to lie. Possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We've got all that physical damage to do right now.
Or do you want to just...
all that physical resistance to hit.
Do you want to just spend 3 crystals and buy a level 2 mage and just like skip a level?
Maybe.
I really am going to struggle not to, but I will do my best to pass you a Howitzer so it becomes a Big Bertha this turn.
Okay.
I think I don't want to because I want them, but I will.
Yeah.
Good
Because we
pun,
also
Alice.
haven't managed to get a marksman to level 3,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is going to mean that we're still at least 2 turns away from getting to the
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I really, really want the level 4
Ranger hideout.
marksman. Yeah, the Ranger hideout or the Holy Order. So a little bit of insight for anyone again that's not super familiar with the game. There is a third type of damage. There is physical damage, magical damage, and then there is true damage. And true damage is something that heroes do by standing on things, and so does the Wildcat. And there are some towers in the game, like the Ranger hideout, that have these purple swords, these purple arrows that do true damage, and they are just wonderful in dealing with frustrating hordes like this one. And I must admit, we're one level away from the Holy Order because I have a level 3 knights.
Okay.
So I think that. So again, to be honest, if you're comfortable
not
with it,
gonna, if you're not gonna use either the knights or one of your howitzers,
howitzers.
then maybe howitzer. We'll use the Boston accent.
Oh man,
Howitzer.
howitzer. Oh man, that girl. No, I don't know. No,
that's
not even going to start. Yeah,
that's
I went.
Slang.
I
Texas
don't know.
twang.
I don't know
Then
where my brain.
Maybe we do one each of level 1s, because that would leave us with 4 towers each that we can use this round.
Yes.
Where are they going to be? Let's see.
Give me. Do you know what? I'm going to take a mage that I'm going to almost certainly pass to you, but I will probably play a mage here.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's. Is that true? Am I fibbing? No, I feel like that's true. Yeah, I think that's. I think that's something I'll be doing.
That seems good.
It's good. It's good. Okay, so spend 2. I'm going to grab a mage, and I'm probably going to pass a mage to you. And I'm going to very much intend to pass a Harvester to you and a Knights to you as well.
Okay.
If I can. That would be ideal that we get 2 level 4 towers and a level 2 mage into circulation. So I'm going to set those aside. So for you...
Yeah, I don't know what else makes sense.
So... How many rounds do we have left? We have 1 pass, 2 pass, 3 pass. Do you know what, actually? Maybe, if you're okay with it, I'm going to suggest grabbing a level 2 mage instead of a level 1.
Sure.
To give us an extra round of leveling up and maybe look to pass that to you right away.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Works for me.
Okay, so let me put another crystal away. Let's put that mage back. And let's just go ahead and grab an adept and see if I can pass the adept instead. And we've got a crystal left, and hopefully we buy another level 2 tower next round. Because I feel like we have enough towers. Touch wood. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, Bobby has a great question. There are a couple of towers, unfortunately, that yes, were misprinted with the wrong color arrows in the Spider Goddess that are being put onto the Elemental Uprising Pledge Manager and will be available for previous backers as a free errata card pack. And that's something, if you are a backer of Rift in Time, that we will communicate via Kickstarter update as soon as that Pledge Manager opens. Okay, we good to spawn some stuff?
Yay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So spawn point 1 is just a little 1. Oh, it's a little 1 green, but it does have the thing I really didn't want it to have, which is speed. From spawn point 2 is actually another level 1 green. Is that correct?
That's what I've got.
Is that what you've got as well?
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I haven't. Level 1. Okay, cool. Yep. And then level 3 red is going to... that is just blah. So there is physical resistance there is magic resistance, and there is also deadly, which is the silver borders, that can't be covered by soldiers or heroes. That is icky.
Brutal.
I'm just going to let it bump me back one space to there. So we're all together. Everybody together. So hold on. Okay, so Lilith can't do 2 damage just in a single round. That's good to know. But we still take damage from hordes potentially. Okay, so I'm just thinking out loud. All right, let's do this. Oh, goodness me. At least it doesn't have speed on it, right? So I really am not too sad about leaving it alone for a round.
Yeah, we've got other problems.
Right, so I feel like there only is one Big Bertha, so I have to play 1 Howitzer, and I'm definitely passing 1 to you. That's the plan, right? And if I'm playing 1, it's going here. Ish. It's not brilliant because it's only hitting 2, and also I'm not really going to be able to take advantage of the 3 in a row because there's not actually a nice place for me to put it.
Yeah. It's a bummer too because you were going to put your mage tower there.
Oh, sugar, yeah, right? I mean, I suppose it could go there and put. It's actually going to do the same amount of damage. Actually,
Yeah.
We'll do 2 each side. Okay, hold on. Do you know what? That's a great point. I think the mage tower is. It's the mage tower. Oh god. Because I still want to upgrade the mages, but I can definitely upgrade the adept. Oh man. I mean. Hi, Bree.
Hey.
It's Anja.
Anja.
Oh, goodness me. I don't know what my priority is here. I'm struggling to. Well, this one has to go, right? Obviously.
Yep. We lose if we don't kill it, so definitely.
So I almost feel like me going there and recovering as Malik might be what happens.
But you could take damage from.
But I'll be at 3 health, so
Lilith.
I could take a damage from the horde, and I could take potentially 1 damage from Lilith, which I'm okay with. So if you're all right with that, I'm all right with that.
Okay. So you want to do that and use Malik to cover the physical resistance instead of
between
Mage Tower?
Malik and like maybe the Wildcat or Malik the Wildcat and Call of the Wild, could we completely eradicate that horde?
Probably.
Or is Call of the Wild better to be used on this one actually?
Ultimately, yeah, probably, but so yeah, Call of the Wild, I can just place those attacks on those deadlies. I can't I can't stay on the Wildcat on them, right?
Yeah, but you can put the Wildcat on the
Okay.
physical guys. Yeah.
Yep. Physical or magical. Okay, got it. Possibly better there, but
Okay, so for talk's sake, if I was to trigger Malik and head here, and I was to recover, so I get back my abilities, go to full health, that leaves us with still 3, leaves us with 8 to cover there. So your Wildcat and Call of the Wild would be 6. So potentially, like literally just an archer or something would be enough to set that up for the kill.
and then are you not putting anything in that top?
This one?
The tower directly north of that. The tower spot direct. Yeah.
I mean, no, I think I definitely put something there, right? So yeah, I mean, I feel like the Howitzer is the best thing to put. See, the Howitzer is really good here, though, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man! So if I did this, I could cover 2 of the deadly guys who are really annoying, and I could cover, I don't know, let's just say, like these 2.
So we got a
And then
couple of
so you-
questions. Game
Yeah.
question and a Kickstarter
Okay.
question in
you
chat.
go ahead and you have a look at this and see what you want to do.
Yep.
So I want some propositions from you. So Camelox asked, how is the tile moving when you have covered all walls with soldiers? Does it move one tile? So so I'll use this one as an example. So if this was uncovered, it would move 1, 2, like so. If I had a soldier on it, but there was a speed visible, doesn't matter how many, but as long as there's a speed visible, it would attempt to move twice. So the first move would get stopped by the soldier. The second move, it would move to here. If, however, all the speed are covered, doesn't matter what they're covered by, doesn't matter if they're covered by tiles and soldiers, doesn't matter. Like say, for example, I did this. It would come to the horde's advancement. It does not have speed, so it attempts to move once, destroys the soldiers, and doesn't move again because you check for that speed at the start of its activation. So it depends on if the speed is visible or not at the start of its activation. Hopefully that answers the question. If it doesn't, feel free to ask again. Bobby says, I didn't buy the game on Kickstarter, but bought it off your website. Oh, do you still have access to getting the extra stuff, replacement stuff? Yes. Basically, we're going to look to kind of fulfill it. Well, is that true, actually? I mean, the answer is yes, but what we'd have to ask you to do is drop us an email to info@luckyduckgames.com, because our support team would be able to help you with that rather than you getting it through the Pledge Manager, is the long story short. And Mike R was also answering, oh, my light has just decided to come on. Oh my goodness, hold on a second. Stop that. Naughty light. There we go. Is that okay? Okay. So, yeah, I think we're all good. What is your thought process, Brie? What's happening?
Yeah, I was looking for a way to take that out without using Call of the Wild on it, the one that Malik's on, but I just haven't found a way to do it.
I mean,
think
the way to do it would just be to use your auto attacks, right?
Yes, but if I go that route, I'm still going to need one more.
But I can definitely put a tower here.
Yep. So what I saw was put your mage tower there and hit. I can then hit 2 of them with my auto attack, and I still need one more.
Yeah.
So, on the other hand, your howitzer would be able to hit both of those tiles also, if you put it in the other.
If I don't.
Between.
If I don't.
Okay. You've already placed that. Never mind.
I've placed those 2, and to be honest, I don't think it changes too much going here because that 3x1 is still.
I didn't think about the fact that it was already.
Yeah.
The damage is already out there.
Yeah.
Yep. I think Call of the Wild might be the most efficient answer there.
I'm certainly for it if you're like pro it, but you also would need to move somewhere to get safe yourself as well.
Yeah. My biggest reluctance here is just the waste of the. Well, you've still got the archer towers, I guess, that you could use from that top purple to hit the side. I don't want to waste that building site.
This one? Oh yeah, no. I mean, my plan at the minute is if we do have this, I would probably put my normal archers here and cover the speedy guy.
Mm-hmm.
My last 2, I would definitely use one of them down here. Unfortunately, see, if I use the adept down there, I could actually cover both of those speeds with that adept.
Nice.
Which is really quite nice. And I could pass then a marksman and a mage to you, but it does mean, again, I'm not upgrading the adept, which is really why I purchased it, right? But I really like the idea of not letting this have speed.
Yep.
So my plan would be these 2 towers here and here for there and there. So basically eliminating the speed, and then I would have 4 towers to pass to you. Which is a lot of leveling up. Which I think will, give us, hopefully, even though we're using Call of the Wild, between Big Bertha and the Holy Order, and then the level 3 Sharpshooter, hopefully we should have a lot of flexibility to deal with this annoying one next round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's not to say you shouldn't play more now, potentially.
Yeah,
Like-
I've still got towers left to play.
Like, I don't know
But-
if it makes sense to you. Like, if I do put this here and we say that's locked in, like,
Mhm.
I don't necessarily have to play the archer here if we can take this tower out between these two sites. Like, between your footman and something else, plus my marksman or archer, we could eliminate this one completely, maybe. I could put. I really want to transfer you the knights, though. Like, I really want to give you the knights. So I think the most.
I can do at most 5 damage with between 2 towers in that spot.
And I can do at most 3 unless I use my knights. So do you know what? Then I think maybe just do the idea that I cover the speed and then we just don't worry about it.
Yeah. And let's focus on taking out. Let's start by at least like resolving taking out the one that Malik's on.
Yes. Okay. So you're
and
activating
moving me somewhere safe.
Safe. Yeah. So Wildcat's going on.
Yeah.
And you're moving, I don't know, really.
I could move like to this building site down way
color?
down towards the entry point. Yes, that one, which is way out of range, but it could still. Well, I can't use a basic attack on this turn because I'm
No,
using
because you Call of the Wild, yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
And see, for anyone that doesn't know, Call of the Wild lets Alira do 4 individual damages that target the space the Wildcat's in. So it doesn't matter how far away Alira is, because the Wildcat is here, go pew pew pew. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yep.
Yep. So pew pew pew.
Yep.
Pew pew.
Don't forget that 4th pew.
Don't forget pew. Oh yeah, pew 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 pew. Thanks. Man, that would have been dead bad.
Bobby, so, I'm on 1 health with Illyria, so I don't want her to die on this turn. That's why I'm not putting her on top of a horde.
So Call of the Wild is used. I've activated, you've activated. Yeah, I moved and rested. So. You moved and Called of the Wild.
Yep, but I do still have a militia and a footman, a mage and a marksman. And really only, well, I have 2 building sites that are safe to put them on right now. Yeah, potentially recover next turn, yes. Would be nice to heal and get my abilities back.
There's a tricky decision here between how much we upgrade and how much we go for damage here. So we could get 2 sharpshooters. I'm just checking to see, is there enough towers? Is there anything that we're short on? But no, I mean, for all intents and purposes, we could absolutely go ahead and pass 8 towers this round and do 8 upgrades. And I'm trying to think, are we making it too difficult for ourselves by not doing more damage this round? And I think the only thing that is making me think that is we're only destroying 1 horde right now. So we're not going to get 2 crystals, but only be able to buy another level 1. So I'm trying to, yeah.
It's physical damage, Bobby. Call of the Wild.
Yeah, physical damage, yeah. When are you streaming Scenario 4? I'm stuck in there with some friends and we already lost 2 times in a row. Hopefully next Tuesday, if not sooner, because I'm really enjoying it. Like
me too.
We did the last scenario last Thursday, and then we did it today. But probably next Tuesday. But maybe within the next week, I think, or so, you'll probably see it. Lucky Duck, we have a few new games coming out with King of 12. We have Chronicles of Crime 1900, and we also have Destinies coming up in April and May. So we might have some streams coming up where we kind of look at some other games as well. But I certainly want to keep the campaign momentum up because I have stars to add to that map.
Yes.
So we
have portals to close.
We got portals to close. I love it.
And abs to ripple.
What?
You weren't even looking at the screen, were you?
No, not even. I wasn't.
To ripple.
I wasn't even looking at the screen. Just the mental image. Okay, I hate this idea. I hate this idea so much.
Let's do it.
But if I was to either use my Harvitzer and or the Knights, we could definitely take this one out. Because I have Knights, which could put 3 more soldiers here, and then between your footmen and one of your other towers, we could destroy this one as well. That gives us 3 crystals. That enables us to buy a level 2 tower, which I think is quite a big deal, but it means holding back 2 upgrades, which I'm like, Do you know what? Screw it.
We would still be upgrading 6 towers this turn.
Let's upgrade 8 towers. Let's just upgrade 8 towers. Screw it. Let's just do it, Brie. Let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We do it.
Okay. We should do it.
This is the moment that we'll jump back to if this doesn't work right. So we'll create a save point here.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Get the pencil out and rewind the tape to this point. Put the pencil in the cassette. Don't know if anyone's old enough to remember that, but what? This is the point. This is just remember looking in the little window at the side of the cassette, just how much is on each side, right?
Yes.
And it's got those little white lines.
I'm surprised that you're old enough to remember that.
I remember that. I had my Meatloaf cassette. Okay.
I love it.
So here I go. I'm giving a mage into an adept to you. I'm giving some knights into my first ever level 4 tower. I've never played with level 4 tower, and I'm giving the Holy Order to you. I'm upgrading marksman into sharpshooter for you. And Harvitzer into Big Bertha 500 millimeter. Oh my goodness, I really hope we get to make use of that. Okay, you've got a militia, which becomes a footman to me. A footman, which becomes some knights to me. A mage, which becomes an adept to me. I'm starting to remember the names. And a marksman, which becomes a sharpshooter. Yeah?
Yep.
I mean, I'm not saying the power is in your hands, Brie, but 100% the power is in your hands. Look at those. Like, those are monstrous. Okay. Let us destroy horde trays. So first up, this one gets destroyed. And when I say first up, it's the only one. So we get a crystal. I take a damage, so I go down to 2 health. I throw some polyomino damage tiles around the place. And we get a crystal. Only 1 crystal. But, oh no, I've already took the crystal, my bad. All destroying done. Then Lilith. Lilith activates a card. Lilith's card is destroy a tower. Amazing. Lilith, you've been good to us. You really have been good to us. And you guys saw me shuffle the deck at the start of this. Hashtag not rigged. I'm so conscious about that stuff. That's why I shuffled it. So that was Lilith. She's going to move, and she's got space to move into, which is fine. There's going to be some jumping, but it's all right. Next, we have Lilith done. So advancing horde trays. So this one's going to advance 1. This one's going to advance 1 and jump over Lilith. And does it push us out of the way? Interesting question, because it jumps Lilith. No, because it acts.
It doesn't
like
try to. It's not going to try to land there.
Yeah, exactly. And this one moves 1 because she acts like a horde, and if we were standing on the horde, it would jump the whole thing, so it's not going to displace us. We're going to pick up tower and hero cards, right? So here we go. Oh my goodness, this is going to be. I don't think I've ever had this many towers in my position, and there's no towers to come back to you. Is that right? Did I do that right?
That's what I have also. Weird.
Because you didn't play any towers last turn.
Yeah.
Oh dang! So I have 7 towers. I have wow. I have knights and footmen. I have sharpshooter and archer. I have adept and a howitzer.
Yep.
Yeah. You have Holy Order, Big Bertha, sharpshooter, and adept.
Yep.
Okay. Bobby says, I think one of the key things to this now is not getting towers destroyed by Lilith. So you have so many towers to use. Yeah, and I think at this point we haven't had any towers destroyed to Lilith. Is that right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we are, Bobby, I think you're absolutely right on. I've rested. I'm on 2 health with both my abilities. You have not rested. You're on
One health.
1 health.
Yep.
And neither of your abilities.
Correct.
And we have 2 rounds left. Right? Yes.
Right.
So, do we want to buy a level 1 tower for 2 crystals, or do we want to wait around and then buy a level 2 tower? I think that doesn't make sense because we'll just upgrade it.
Yeah, let's buy it. Then
Buy
we have it if
a
we need to use
militia.
it.
A militia for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because otherwise the only stacking I have is the Holy Order.
Yes. I'm good with that if you are.
Yep.
Okay. So militia for you. So we have no crystals left. And start of the round.
Time.
Big Bertha time, man. You need to just dish out so much damage here. So spawn point 1, we have a little green horde. We have a yellow wave 1 from spawn point 2. And from spawn point 3, we have a wave 2 red. Yuck, 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 yuck.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
Yuck, 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 yuck. That's a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff on the
Yeah.
board. Oh my goodness, Bree. God, the really sad thing is I don't think I can line up a Harvester shot that's going to hit. At this point, by the way, sorry, I've made the mental kind of jump in my head that Lilith is going to destroy 1 tower this time, and I think we've got plenty of towers to sacrifice. So if we sacrifice an archer or a militia to her, I'm super fine with that.
I am fine with that.
Yeah. Okay, priority target, obviously start with the one in front of her, yeah?
Yep.
So, I mean, for me, I think it's almost a given that I Harvester here.
And I can also Big Bertha from directly below that,
Yeah.
pointing
And-
to the left, and I can hit 3
Oh my God.
with it.
Yes. Give me those big dominoes. Okay, hold on. So I'm going to probably put like a 3 like this because I can't rotate mine. And then I've got a 2, which, I mean, we're probably just going to try and take this one out, but I'll cover 2, a heal and a speed. Maybe a heal and a heal, heal and a speed. Heal and a speed is fine. You've got 3 1x3s. Where do you want them?
And they are physical
All
damage,
they're
right?
physical and they're all rotatable.
So for the one at the top, the one that's our priority target, I'm thinking
Like,
the 2. Yeah, I was looking at that, but then yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards is that second one because
it's a little less
then we can
obstructive.
like potentially go step on that corner. If we split that up, it's going to be harder to.
Oh, no, we can't step in that corner because of deadly, though.
Oh, shoot. You're right. We won't be able to stand on that corner no matter what.
I love playing games with you on a politically correct live stream because I know what you wanted to say and I know I wanted to say it as well. Shit. Gosh darn it. Yep. Yeah, I feel you.
You know me very well.
I also wish I could just plop my hero there, but because of deadly, we cannot.
Right.
But don't forget, your Holy Order is oh no, it's true damage, but it's still not going to get through deadly.
Oh, let me look at that though. Okay, so we have a little bit of a problem with my Holy Order that might make this Big Bertha placement problematic.
Why?
Because I don't have a place to put it that can hit that.
I mean, I think putting your Holy Order right on top of Bertha is fine.
Oh, right. You know, I said earlier that I could stack with it and then completely forgot. Okay.
Love it.
Never mind.
So what about your other 3x1s? Unfortunately, this I screwed the pooch here. Unfortunately, because we didn't plan ahead. But there's no nice place for that one. Really. And then where do you want the other one? You've got 2 choices in terms of which horde.
Oh yeah. Probably even though I can't cover 3 with it, I think. Well, yeah, I think the speed.
You thinking that? I mean, I think we're going to have enough. I think we might as well cover 3. because
Oh,
we're
you
going to
think?
be able to get him with
Oh, okay.
something. Like we're going to get him. He's
Well,
not
then
getting away.
should we just take out this other one then? The one that has damage on it already?
Oh, yes. No. This one makes more sense because it's harder to damage this one. I think between those two sites, we'll get this one.
Okay.
Maybe. Am I being ambitious? No. That's fine. We got
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Holy Order on these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
And
oh,
deadly, so soldiers can't stand on deadly. But that's only one spot now.
yeah. Oh, this is horrible. Yeah, but so I'm trying to think what are we going to do to finalize this to this horde? Like, where do we need these guys to be so we
It
can
feels good,
easily?
Bobby. I
What's
agree.
Bobby saying?
For that
But
damage.
that damage, yo. Yeah, how much damage?
Right?
That just did 9 squares of damage, or 8 technically because of that little one.
Still, so good.
So good.
So good.
So, like, my vote is this little guy is a pain in the butt down here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way? Magic. Oh, if only we had upgraded our magic towers. Maybe, I mean, my suggestion is like the ideal situation is like this, and then we manage to cover that last one with some very nice shape. I'm just not sure which shape because I actually don't think that's possible. So maybe that is the way to go. And then we just use a physical damage like your sharpshooter or my sharpshooter to deal with those 3.
Okay.
With a single tower.
That works.
Yeah, right. Because we can sharpshoot that from like a range of places.
Yeah. I like it. Oh
Okay.
yeah, I could sharpshoot that from the end of the line, or you could hit it from the diagonal.
I'm going to make a bold play and say I'm going to get Malik into play here.
Okay.
And I'm going to go 1, 2, and Earthquake. And clear out those guys. So we only have 5 left to cover on that.
So yes, for the physical armored enemies, we can potentially use the cat. That is true.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for those 2, yeah. If you need to grab that, feel free.
Nope. It's not even my phone ringing.
Okay.
It's somebody walking near my front door. Yeah. That cat reminder was from someone in chat whose name I do not know how to say.
Not gonna try.
Apologies,
but I'm no. I can't. Ear cooking.
Ear cooking.
Air cooking. No. I'm sorry. Hard with fingers. Okay. So this is potentially sorted by a single sharpshooter. Mm-hmm. This is potentially sorted by like just an adept and like an archer. I can literally sort that with like 1 tower and then support from like your adept plus no, maybe not your adept because it'll be facing the wrong way, will it? Oh dang, it'll be facing the wrong way.
Greetings from Germany, he says.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
Greetings from Las Vegas.
Baptiste says, I love this game and I bought Kingdom Rush Rift in Time and Element Uprising. Oh, thank you so much. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much that you decided to go for both. I honestly am so looking forward to finishing the campaign Rift in Time. This is one of the goals that we started live streaming because I really wanted to motivate myself to get through the entire campaign. And then Elemental Uprising to come next year. So much, yes. Okay, I tell you what. I'm just going to be bold. I'm going to go ahead and be an alpha gamer, little bad person, and I'm going to put my knights here because they can't be upgraded because we don't have any more level 4 soldier
How are you
towers.
Being an alpha gamer by playing your own tower?
How dare I? And boom, look, done. So look, that horde is now no longer a threat. Done. And I've got my sharpshooter in reserve for this space to go here if you don't like. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Baptiste. That is incredibly kind. That's really Baptiste says, I'm French and I love your gameplay. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. You can definitely expect to have more French streams, I think, from us in the future. The guys, Davey and Vince and also Guillaume, are looking at setting up to be able to do more things on YouTube for the French audience as well. So yes, thank you for being here, though. Okay.
And Bobby says, "How dare you, Az?"
I mean, it was bold and audacious play.
We've come to expect nothing less.
Oh.
No, that was meant in that was a nice thing. We've come to expect nothing less than bold and audacious gameplay.
Bold and audacious.
From Az. It's
all right,
bold and audacious.
Well, screw it. I'm being bold and audacious.
That's
again.
A good thing.
Do you know what, Brie? I'm
bold
just doing
and audacious.
it.
Do
Brie,
it.
I'm doing it. I'm doing
Do
it. I'm doing it. I'm gonna
show us that bold and audacious gameplay.
I'm gonna. Babe, what bold and audacious gameplay. No. Oh, ruined that song. Ruined that song. Oh boy. Okay, Brie. By being bold and audacious, I've just committed your sharpshooter to potentially needing to finish this one off. If you don't do something else funny.
We are aware of the risk of destroying a tower. Yes.
At this stage, Lilith can destroy all the towers she wants because we've got a mammoth arsenal.
Yep. We're just basically we're going to put the militia next to her and make that what she destroys.
Oh, sugar. Yes, that's what we need to do. We need to commit. I've
got it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I realized I put my archer way up there.
I've still got my militia.
I got too bold. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Let me see.
Baby got mammoth. Mammoth arsenal. Oh man, good times. Oh.
So
yeah.
We still we need the sharpshooter.
Like up there?
Yeah.
On the far top right.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really give you much of the choice, did I?
Yep. That's done.
Okay. Oh man, I just realized though we're not going to get the Ranger hideout. No.
That's okay.
I mean, we did manage to get Big Bertha and the Holy Order, and you definitely did a ton of damage with them.
I am very happy with how that's working out.
I don't think I've ever gotten to the point that I only had 3 soldiers left to place. Wow.
Yeah. So now I have an adept and a militia, and I definitely want to place at least the militia.
Has to be here, right? Oh no, I suppose it could be there.
Yeah, could be either one. Doesn't really matter. Definitely needs to be one of them to be next to Lilith, and it's going to get destroyed.
But you still got your hero, right?
Yes.
So, like, do you think you can take care of the horde that's just behind Lilith?
Yes. Or
because I've still got 2 adepts. So, like, where you're standing right now, I can place an adept that will cover 3 of the 2 there. So I'm hoping we can take both these hordes out.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I was looking at trying to slow down the one in the top left corner.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally okay with that.
Well, but mostly because I was worried about it jumping a lot of stuff. But if these are both gone, there won't be anything left. Like it won't need to worry about that because it will just jump Lilith and then it will stop. So
yeah. She'll be out of the way.
And she will have moved already. So
it's going to be there.
It'll just move there. Yeah. Okay. So then, yes, I can stop. Although then I'll be next to her. She might.
No, you don't.
Well, I can rest on this turn. I need to rest on this turn. So that's so I could still move there and rest.
Move here and rest.
Yeah.
But you would take a damage from the horde and then potentially a damage from her.
Yeah. almost certainly a damage from her.
Metagaming, metagaming, definitely a damage from her. So don't do that.
Yeah. So the only way I can do damage to a horde on this turn,
Is to stand on one that's not near her, or
which is the one that's right in front of me.
yeah, or to literally just go like.
Well,
here.
I do still have the cat.
Yeah.
So I can contribute some with the cat. I don't know if it will be enough.
Oh yeah, that's an awkward shape there now. But you know what? Let's like. Oh, yeah, these are fiddly awkward, and you're kind of stuck now around stuff. Okay, I've got it. I've got an idea.
Okay.
Your adept down in the bottom right hand corner will cover 3 of those, leaving either a perfect cat or a perfect basic attack shot. Right?
That works. Yep.
Now, I can then like start softening up this one down here if we need to, but I feel like leveling up, I can pass you 2 wizards this turn.
Okay. And yeah, I still need to put the militia.
I mean, I think your original idea of just putting the militia here to slow this down 1 space is totally fine.
Okay.
So if you want to move, rest, stick down the cat, finish off that horde, and then just slow these guys down, and I pass you 2 wizards, suits me.
Okay. I move to the empty space at the bottom.
I mean, you can actually stay where you are now if you want.
You don't need that.
Yeah, I don't need that now.
Don't. Okay. So yeah, I'll stay there.
Around. Stay there and rest. Okay, so you get Call of the Wild and Like the Wind back, and you go back to 2 health.
Yep.
And where's Kitty Cat going?
Onto the 2 spaces on that same horde. Yep.
And then I'll pass you 2 adepts that become 2 wizards. And your 1 militia is just gonna sacrifice itself.
Yep. For the greater good.
I mean, he's fine.
Does it keep it from moving 2 spaces because he's there?
It'll move just 1 space.
Okay.
Which is cool. Okay. All done?
Yep.
Right. Let's destroy some horde trace. So this one's getting destroyed. Wildcat stays where it is. Pew, 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 pew. And we get a crystal. This one gets destroyed. Oh man, yeah, Big Bertha did work there. That was amazing. That was like a total good payoff. And another crystal. And this one's not getting destroyed. This one's not getting destroyed. This one's getting destroyed. Get out of there. I always get so sloppy with keeping things tidy as the game goes on. Another crystal. I'm so careful about it early, and then just as the game goes on, I get sloppier and sloppier. And then this one gets destroyed. I've got protection thanks to Earthquake. Boom. And another crystal. So 4 crystals. Okay. Let me know whenever you're caught up. Thank you, Mike. Someone's, no, so there's a quick question for the chat. Yes, you only have, where's the original question? Can you use meeples if you run out of minis? No. If you run out of soldiers, whether they're meeples or minis, you cannot go above the 12. You have a hard cap of 12 soldiers, whether minis or meeples, in the game. And everyone answered, which is great. Thank you for answering in chat. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So we are activating Lilith. So Lilith will draw a 1 tower destruction and 1 hero damage. So I'm just checking it. It's definitely hero, isn't it? All heroes in an adjacent Lilith space suffer damage. Yeah. We're going to lose a tower, which the militia sacrificed itself to do. and we protect the Bertha, Big Bertha, and Howitzer, and we protect the Holy Order, which is far more important. Lilith advances and is one space away from massive success and happiness. Right. Advance Horde Trace. This one advances 1. This one attempts to advance 2. The first, because it's got speed, the first one will destroy the soldier, and the second one will move it 1 space. So right now, we are relatively safe because these 2 hordes won't make it to the kingdom before the end of the round. However, we have more hordes to spawn that could affect that. We're then going to pick up Tyrant Hero cards. So Bree, your hand is about to be super full. Or at least full of strong stuff.
Yep.
So Wizard, Holy Order, Big Bertha, Sharpshooter, and Adept, right? And I've got these back. I mean, my hand's no slouch either. Let me know when you want to go through and double check what we've got.
Okay.
So you've got Wizard, Holy Order, Big Bertha, Sharpshooter, Adept.
Wizard, Holy Order.
Big Bertha, Sharpshooter, Adept. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. And I've got Footmen, Knights, Howitzer, Sharpshooter, Archer.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Spending crystals, I mean, I feel like maybe grabbing, I don't know, really. I think we're kind of flush for towers here. Maybe me grabbing a level 2 Footman, just for, again, as much flexibility as possible. Feels like the way maybe to go.
I like it.
All right, so I'll spend 3 on a level 2 Footman. Actually, is that Footman better with you? I feel like that Footman might be better with you, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I put 2 Footmen.
Yeah, I'm back to having only the Holy Order that can be stacked.
Yeah, so I'm actually cool with you having that.
Okay.
All right. Start of the round. It's 1.1. A 1 yellow. Okay, so that one has to be dealt with. Where do you want the Wildcat to get bumped to?
The middle empty space.
Okay, we've got another speedy one at 1.2. And oh my lord, we've got a massive, big physical armor and deadly combination from 3. Right, so our objective here is really quite simple, though. We've got 4 hearts. Neither of these hordes are going to make it. The ones that come out at spawn point 2 are going to make it to the end. The one that's closest to the kingdom will definitely make it to the end, but a single soldier or wiping it out will stop it. So really, we are just putting a hero on it would stop it, or a wildcat even on it would stop it. But we must destroy the horde in front of Lilith.
Yep.
And
it has magic resistance and physical resistance and deadly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost certainly considering just plumping Malik on top of that. Although all that physical resistance is definitely a problem, but yeah, I mean, I think we just need to go ahead and work out how much damage we can put on that immediately with our biggest, baddest towers. I'm not sure. I mean, Bertha can definitely sit in the middle. Can she sit in the middle? Oh, kind of awkwardly.
Yeah, I don't have a good spot to hit 3.
No, 2 is the best.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, between Bertha and Malik, if I was to activate Malik and basically just go, bam, cover those, and then I was to use Hammer Time to replenish Earthquake and use Earthquake again, I could do these little 2 annoying ones at the back, and that leaves us with just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to cover. Yeah. do you want to like? You've got towers that can kind of work around that easily,
Mm-hmm.
ish, right?
Yeah, I think so. Because I've got, let's see, and I can potentially wildcat or even just move myself onto the 2. Oh no, I can't move onto the 2 physical because of the deadly. But I could put the wildcat onto the 2 physical.
I mean, what's the 7 left? So between the Holy Order and the Sharpshooter, you should be able to cover everything, right? Because the Holy Order is true damage.
And I could just wildcat onto the physical and call the wild.
Yeah.
And only have one
Yes.
spot left to cover.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. So if I do that,
Yeah.
I need to. Well, I don't have to move. I don't necessarily even need to move.
No.
You might need this building spot.
Maybe just move onto the path.
Yeah.
So I can do some damage to the horde. And where do you want the cat? Over the
right next
physical?
to right next to Malik.
Yeah. Gets protection from earthquake.
Yep.
And then Call of the Wild.
Yep.
Which is physical damage, so it's going to leave just one monster left.
Yep.
Any preference on which one? No.
One of the magic resistant ones, but
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the exact one I left just because it's the easiest one for me to see.
Perfect. All right. And then what, you just want your footmen to claim the glory at the back?
Sure.
Footmen.
Right.
I'm going to have an extra guy, but that's fine. They can buddy up and chill with Malik. And then, at the minute, we just need to cover the speed or take out that horde at the front, right? So, Bertha time?
It's Bertha time.
Bertha time? Where do you want it? Oh, you've got the Holy Order as well. Oh my God, so good.
So on the building spot right in the middle of the board, facing down, probably the 3 along the bottom, the 3 speed.
Okay.
And then the 2 to the left that are parallel to the other 2, yeah.
It's a bit awkward, but
this whole spot is awkward, but it's not super important either.
No. If I go like here with knights, you can just polish that off.
Yep.
And then try and polish that off.
I could also holy order. I can holy order on top of Big Bertha.
Oh my lord. So can I, if I do sharpshooter here, that's 3 and your holy order is 4. So that's the 7 we need.
Okay.
If that works. Or do you want to use a mage tower? Might even be better.
Mage tower in the bottom right?
In the bottom right. One of the wizard towers so we can freely rotate it maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So that would mean doing something like this. That way it can snake like lightning around the soldiers.
Nice.
That's that dealt with. Right.
Right.
So let's just destroy the other ones for funsies.
May as well.
So I'm going to definitely howitzer here because that's essentially the best place I can do damage from with it. And I can get a nice line of 3. Plus...
No, Bobby, I don't think it is.
What did Bobby say?
Is it too soon to say we may have won?
I don't think it's too soon at all. No, I think we got this. I think right now we're getting prestige points, to be honest.
Yeah. We're doing a little bit of overkill right now.
Yeah, right.
I am fine with that.
So I've got quite flexible towers left still. In terms of, well, to be honest, I've only got 1 building site really left to attack from. Well, 2. Do you know what? I'm just going to continue to put damage down. Where do you want your wizards? Or you tell me what you want.
Irkuchin makes a point that the adept would be the same as the wizard in the bottom right corner because of the
Adept.
way that we rotated it.
Oh my god, what a legend. What an absolute legend. That's teamwork. Fill in the
Love
missing
it.
word. Nice call. Nice call. I mean, what do you want to do with these two building sites?
Crush the life out of these hordes.
All right. I mean, so basically, I can put another 3 on this. So, like, if you wizard here, then the 2 of us can finish that one off.
Yep.
So your wizard combined
And
with
probably wizarding on both of them, and then sharpshoot or holy ordering on top.
Oh, your holy order got used over here, yeah?
Oh, I thought we didn't do. Oh, we did do that. You sure enough. Never mind.
See, now I feel bad. Now because we've gone for the overkill. Now because we've gone for the overkill, and now it's not looking like we're going to kill this last one. Now I feel bad. Now I feel like he's left out. Right?
I think we'll be fine.
I don't know, but like, what happens if they, just claim that we didn't give them enough attention and like, now, oh man, poor guys. It's okay. All right. Shall we wrap it up from there?
Yep.
Okay. So for Toxic, we have absolutely got this.
Yes.
But this horse destroyed, this horse destroyed, this horse destroyed, this horse destroyed. Importantly, this is the one that really matters. Malik will not take any damage, and the Wildcat will not take any damage thanks to protection from Earthquake. We would destroy. I'll just go ahead and just remove them for tidying up the board a bit. And then we would go to activate Lilith. Lilith would activate her final action card, which says if there are no hordes between Lilith and spawn point 3, she moves to it. Finish the round, and if at the end of the round the kingdom survives, you win. So we would advance horde trays. This one would go 1, 2. Oops. We would pick up our tower cards. We would spend our crystals, finish the round, and dismount and get 10 points from the Russian judge. Right? Well done.
Well done indeed.
That went pretty well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Don't know what people are saying. This game's too hard. They just need a Bree on their team.
Oh, please.
Oh, please.
It's teamwork.
Open invitation from Bree. Oh, please. She wants to be on all your teams. She's going to come to you. She's going to call in and help you with your Kingdom Rush.
Professional Kingdom Rush support line.
There you go. Bobby already has the first appointment booked. Absolutely amazing.
Oh.
Let's bring this.
And the minis.
And no, hold on a second. No, I realize Bobby's play now. I'm so mad I didn't think of it first. So yeah, that was good. I generally felt we had control of it for the most part. Not losing towers early was massive.
That was so key.
Huge. I think Malik was awesome. Aliria's Call of the Wild is so good, but actually her the wind is also outstandingly good.
Yeah, they work really well together. Those two Malik abilities they work really well together in this situation as well.
Yeah, because that mobility of 2 is actually really dangerous around Lilith. It would have been very easy for me to get caught by her in a weird spot, or if I wasn't caught by her, end up spending a turn somewhere really useless, like without doing a lot of stuff. So you're like the wind, giving me that extra little movement boost. Having that option there was really wicked. And yeah, we have some stick the stickers.
Yes, we do need to do that.
We do need to stick the stickers. Yeah. So for anyone that doesn't know, the Iron Challenge mode on this one is devastatingly hard. The Iron Challenge mode on this level is that whenever Lilith destroys a tower, instead of choosing the tower you destroy, she destroys the highest level tower, which legitimately gives me heart palpitations. The very thought of it. Like, I'm not sure if I'll ever try the heroic mode on this one. Oh, that's the Iron Challenge mode. Sorry, not heroic. Heroic would also be scary in this one because in heroic your heroes can't respawn, can't regenerate. So, like that
would be really tough.
Yeah, like one mistake and you're going to get really tough, really harshly punished. Are you getting your stickers as well?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I've been playing Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, sticking stickers on that map, man. Oh boy, sometimes there are overlapping stickers and they go outside of the grid, and it's nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking. All right, folks, where's my cam? I have to bring the cam back up. I just realized I didn't have it in the stream. There we go. That one there. There it is. There it is.
Yay.
So we've got Rifts in Time from past and future, and now Time Warp Angel, 3 stars apiece. Next week, probably next week, if not some other time soon, with Might and Magic. Yay. And this is it. So we are now completely out of scenarios that I have played at all. Because this one, I had originally played a little bit of just to get a feeling for how Lilith worked. After this point, we're going into scenarios that I have never played. So we'll definitely have to talk strategy. Like us having a conversation, because Brie and I had a conversation yesterday where we talked about this and we made a few observations like, oh, the building sites for green are like flanking this and purple are flanking this. And oh, this building site, just as Bobby said, this building site in the middle of this green one is really going to be key. And we kind of made those observations, and that's where Brie made the suggestion, actually, what about Malik? And that was amazing. I think that was clutch. And I think those conversations, which we kind of actually do the day before we stream, are really important. Like, don't just assume that every hero is going to work equally well. They should all be able to do it, but there's definitely different heroes and different abilities and different towers and different spells and different allocations of building sites that will really change the flow of the game. And yeah, I was really happy with how that went.
Me too.
Yeah, Bobby says, yeah, you would have been okay because you only destroyed 1 tower. 100% right. Only losing 1 tower was incredible. Like, really incredible. Are you all stickered up?
Yep.
Let me see. Let's see your stickers. Yes. Oh, we don't have stickers in your level 1.
I know. I still haven't played it.
You need to go back and solo it just to say you've done it.
I have to. I will.
Don't do it on Heroic or Iron Challenge because then I'll be mad at you because you've got more stickers than me. Don't you dare. You're not allowed to.
Okay.
You're going to do it, aren't you?
I won't put the stickers on.
No, don't do that. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by. This was quite a long stream, but a super enjoyable one. Really enjoyed all the conversations and comments and chat from everybody, and thank you for the help with keeping everything right. I think, Brie, we did very well this evening. I'm very proud of us.
Me too.
Great stream, as and Brie. Thank you so much for being here again, Bobby. I appreciate it, and everyone else who watched along. And yeah, for now, we're going to say goodbye, and we'll see you again very soon.
Bye.